Once upon a time in a faraway land, a lion was born. The lion was majestic, with a thick golden mane, sharp claws, and piercing blue eyes. But from the moment he was born, he was different from the other lion cubs. While they roared and ran around, he was calm and collected. He didn't want to be a ferocious predator, and he told everyone so. One day, the young lion wandered away from the pride and found himself in a peaceful meadow full of fluffy white sheep. They were gentle and kind, and they welcomed the lion cub into their flock. He was happy to be with them because they didn't judge him for his wild appearance or try to force him to be like other lion cubs. For many years, the lion lived among the sheep, eating grass and bleating like them. He liked his life as a sheep, even though he never forgot that he was actually a lion. He just didn't want to be a fierce predator, so he convinced himself that he was a sheep and not a lion. As the lion grew older, he became bigger and stronger than the other sheep, but his mind remained small and limited. He still believed that he was a sheep and couldn't do anything a lion would do. And when danger approached, he would hide like the other sheep, bleating for mercy. Years passed, and one day a wild lion came to the meadow. He was huge with a thick brown mane and sharp teeth. The sheep were terrified when they saw him, but the domesticated lion wasn't scared at all. He felt curious about the wild lion and wanted to talk to him. The wild lion noticed the domesticated lion and asked him why he wasn't afraid of him. The domesticated lion replied that he wasn't afraid because he wasn't a lion, but a sheep. The wild lion laughed and said, "You may live among sheep, but you are a lion at heart. Don't let your domesticated life make you forget who you truly are." The domesticated lion was confused and didn't know what to say. He had always believed that he was a sheep, but the wild lion's words made him question everything he thought he knew. The wild lion continued, "Look into my eyes and tell me what you see." The domesticated lion looked into the wild lion's eyes and saw his own reflection staring back at him. It was the first time he had ever seen himself from another angle, and he realized that he was actually a lion, not a sheep. He looked around and saw the sheep running away in fear, bleating loudly. He realized that he had been living a lie for years, and that he had the strength and power of a lion inside of him. But he had been suppressing it for so long that he had forgotten all about it. The domesticated lion was scared at first, but then he started to feel a sense of pride and confidence. He was a lion, and he was proud to be one. He let out a loud roar that echoed through the valley and shook the mountains. It was a roar that had been bottled up inside of him for years, waiting to be unleashed. The wild lion smiled and nodded his head. He knew that the domesticated lion had finally woken up to his true self and was ready to embrace his power. The two lions looked at each other for a moment, and then the wild lion disappeared into the forest. The domesticated lion was no longer afraid of anything. He was free to be himself, and he was happy. He could have continued to live as a sheep, but he chose to be a lion instead. He lived the rest of his life in the forest, hunting and roaring to his heart's content. Once in a while, he would return to the meadow and see the sheep that had become his family. They were happy to see him, even though they were a little bit scared. The lion knew that they were proud of him, even if they didn't understand him. And that's the story of the lion among sheep. Many of us live like lions among sheep, forgetting our inner strength, living in fear, bound by belief. True awakening comes not from becoming someone else, but from seeing directly who we already are. In that seeing, there is inner freedom and boundless power. Sri Ramana Maharshi reminds us, "You are not the body, nor the mind. You are the self, ever free, ever radiant. Like the lion, we forget our essence because of conditioning." The journey is not about becoming something new, but realizing what we have always been. Nisargadatta Maharaj said, "You are not what you take yourself to be. Stop imagining yourself to be this or that. Discover what you are not, and what remains is the truth. The sheep identity is illusion. The lion within is reality." Jiddu Krishnamurti taught, "Freedom comes when you see the conditioning, not when you struggle against it." The lion became free the moment he saw the falseness of his belief, not through effort, but through clear seeing. Do you know someone who is living below their potential? Please share this story with them and let them know that they are capable of achieving great things. All they need to do is believe in themselves and their own strength. Just like the domesticated lion, we all have the power within us to break free from our limitations and live a life that we are proud of.